Just realized that there is a lot of unused content here on my video recorder. And tomorrow I'm not even making like a video on. I'm going to be making a news show, like a Christian-esque news show, a Death Church Radio podcast. Instead of doing the usual episodes that I did a couple years ago for this channel, which was videos on, I think it was like 3 videos on demonology, Zoroaster, and Ahura Mazda. I think that's what that guy's name was. That's a video that I'm going to be putting out tomorrow morning. So, something to definitely look out for that. And just making, it's just some I'm pretty much just going to put out an episode of Chuck Stew Show. But for the Christian channel, I'm going to be putting out a 30-minute, show, just screwing around, talking about the news, but, making sure there's no cussing or anything like that, trying to make it Jesus-oriented. And it's pretty crazy that so far about like 32,000 people have seen the page for the new gospel song that we released last Saturday night. Or no, it was last Sunday morning, so it was the last song of 2018. 2-minute gospel trap song. Really, I think it's just the way to go, because everybody's doing it. I mean, back before Triple X died, back before Little Peep died, and Comethazine is doing it right now. There's just so many new school rappers that are still doing the trap, that are only putting out Earl Sweatshirt, because I just bought his album, Some Rap Songs. I bought that album like 2 weeks ago, and really, all these songs are maybe 1.5 to 2 minutes, sometimes 2.5 minutes. So that's what's like hot right now. I guess, man, it's been going on since like 2010, but trap, what about gospel trap? But just thought it'd be fun, thought it'd be a little fun thing to do. Gonna do a clip show, the Chuck Stew Show, so I can clean up my damn phone. And it's probably going to be a bunch of things on me, of me here screaming and yelling about, I don't know, like different subjects throughout the month, I guess. For all the people that are out there that are interested in hearing what's going on with, oh yeah, I got to read this book. I'll just taking my knife and my pen and tape off of this, Beyond Good and Evil by Friedrich Nietzsche. I'm going to be reading that actually, since it's February, I guess technically next week I should be releasing a video of the February advice forum Q&A. So it's going to be my 3rd video of doing advice for people, to be helping people out that have problems. So give them a little bit of taste of the hope. Probably should just keep that off. It's like, it feels like these lights on top of the ceiling here are kind of hot. I don't know how long they've probably been on all night. I don't know what's my problem. I don't know why I did that. But I forgot to, when I was going over to my friend Dynasty's house, and we all hung out, and this is actually the first weekend I didn't really drink. So, and I actually felt pretty good. I felt pretty happy about it. It was not as big of a deal as I made it earlier to be. I think it's just because my job is just horrendously evil and bad. And I thought by having that cured, that's just what was going to happen with that I was going to have to go ahead and drink, but I didn't, and I still had a really fun, good time. I mean, I smoked a little bit of bud, and I had one of those, what my friend does, my other friend, the Listen Lady, she likes to buy sparkling waters that have alcohol in them, like 5%. So what I did is I had one last night. That was it. And I got like a little bit buzzed, and then, I just wasn't feeling the drinking, and I don't, actually I felt pretty good not drinking. I felt pretty happy. So I didn't feel the need to where I felt like I had to do it or I was going to have a bad time. I had a great time last night, and I was sober for the most part. So I think I'm just, just going to go ahead and do that from now on. I mean, I don't really need to drink anymore. I don't know. It just isn't necessary. I guess I'll just put it like that. It's not necessary for me to have to smoke. So, I mean, smoking's actually not even that big of a deal either. It's really not a big deal to drink. I thought it was, but it's really not. It's really not a big deal. So, also, guys, I'm working on a new book. So the other one just came out, and the thing was, I never promoted it. I never promoted this new book. It's called The Infant's Resurrected Dreams, 30 by Stookie, which is my 6th collection. Short collection, it's a short book, but I have not written a book that has gone over about 130 pages in about 3 years. I'm one of those minimalist writers. It's just, you guys know how it is. Everybody's got to work. Most people have to work full time, or they're working part time and going to school part full time, whatever. And that's just how it has to go because of the demands of my job and how they literally demand like an arm and a leg from me almost every time I go to work. That's just what happens when you work in the medical field. It's not really that fun. It's if I was to go back in time, I would have just stayed in school when I was in California and got a divinity degree and then just became a full-time pastor. But hey, that's okay. The main guy that I watch on YouTube, who always puts out consistent content, and he hardly gets any views, but he keeps it real. And that's pretty much why. He doesn't go for fads, and I don't do that either. So I've been putting up content since 2011 on YouTube, and the most amount of views I ever got for a video was like 4,000, but that was because I was attacking a church and an entire congregation, and all their goons came after me and were roasting me in a Christian-y way. Oh man, those people were such scumbags. Anyways, so that's just really, it's just what's really going on. I'm writing poems again. I was actually working on a book called Mars Cries Seas at Midnight, which is a movie or book that could be made into a movie. A concept off of Blade Runner, basically, and taking parallels from books I've researched, or I read a good portion of one of Philip K. Dick's books because that's one of my brother's favorite writers. And do dreams sheep of electric dreams or something? So something like that. I read a good portion of that book. And so I was writing it as a crime, kind of like a true crime-esque novel, but it's set in the future and it's like kind of trippy and stuff. But guys, here's the thing. I don't really have time. I never have time to do this because I'm always tired when I come home from work. This job, being an anesthesia technician, I'm sure it's really good. I'm sure it's really cool at certain places, maybe certain places in the U.S. or I don't know, around the world or wherever, where you don't have to do that much. But at my job, it is constant and it is nonstop, and the people just will not quit being sick, and the doctors will not stop booking hundreds upon, literally, sometimes we will get 90 to 105 surgeries in a day, and there's only 7 rooms at this place I work at. It's it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. Anyway, so I'm working on a new book here. It's either going to be poetry or it's going to be the crime novel by this December for my 7th book. So you're just going to have to wait and see what comes out, I guess. All right? Shoot into the post. Fuck you, Renee. Shut the fuck up. Don't fucking say words. Cut a goddamn mic off. Yeah! Give him the red arrow. Oh! Double fucking feet to the... Oh, shit! Here comes Brock. Oh, no, F5. Oh, damn it. Well, Brock, you old-ass man. Get the hell out the ring. Boo! Boo! Go to that fake promotion, the UFC. Oh, damn, they're both down. Brock still looking cut, jacked. Gave Finn the F5. There was no bell for some reason.
Bobby Lashley is better than Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins.
Oh, the fuck he's not.
Not only is he better than those two clowns, but he's better
Clowns?
than every single last person in that locker room.
I mean, probably.
Listen,
Look how jacked he is.
to issue an open challenge.
Uh-huh.
Those open challenges are for kids. Bobby Lashley is a professional fighter.
Yeah.
We don't do this for fun. We do this for the money. For the money.
Why is this dude sticking his ass out during the promo?
We're here tonight to celebrate. And what a better way to do that than the Almighty to step up on that podium and show off his physique.
Oh, shit. What, like the Arnold Classic?
Step up on there. But before we do that, the man of the hour is going to take this Intercontinental Championship and put it around the Almighty's waist so the entire world can see exactly why he is the Almighty Bobby Lashley.
Look at the fucking physique of this dude.
The lights. Hit the lights.
This is like some fanfic stuff.
Shut the fuck up, Renee. Cut your fucking mic. Shut up. Don't talk. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. Wherever the hell this dude's at, Corey Graves. Shut the fuck up. Fuck you. Shut up. Shut up. Who is this? Good evening, everyone. This is Pastor Sean, and welcome yourselves to the new episode of my show, the Death Church Radio Podcast. And for this episode, for an hour, we're going to be taking a look at the religion that I've been studying off and on for about the last month or so. And I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing this correctly, of Zoroastrianism by Zoroaster. That is the main prophet, messenger of God. And this video is going to be a two-part video. So what we're going to be doing is delivering a two-part video on this very small religion that is still going on today in small parts of the U.S., in India, and I also believe Iran. And with this specific religion, finding out by a pastor named Bill Donahue when watching one of his hour-long sermons on how Jesus and Christianity in general came into thought and has been practiced since being adopted by our country, being the USA, and that the actual the actual faith, from what this pastor was saying, that Zoroastrianism, being that it came to fruition, I believe, 3,500 years before Jesus came to earth by virgin birth. So, and the man made a lot of good points. This pastor, when going over his video and writing notes on it, because I've never heard of this before, being that I thought I have covered or at least known of most of them. And so this one is a completely new one to me. So let's go ahead and get into it. This video is going to be called The Steel Manning of the Religion of Zoroastrianism. So for this video, I'm going to be steel manning and getting all the information that I need to build up to make it seem as though it is as solid and concrete as possible in being an objectable truth. So in the second video is going to be me explaining to the audience as to why Zoroastrianism and the prophet Zoroaster is not the true faith. So let's go ahead and get started. Zoroastrianism. Supposedly this predates Judaism and Christianity roughly, like I said at the beginning of the video, about 3,500 years. Ahura Mazda is the god. I don't know exactly if it is pertaining to a father figure, like how it states in our Bible that there is the Holy Spirit, there is the Father, and then Jesus Christ, the Son of Man. So the supposed god of gods, Ahura Mazda, Mazda meaning light. So the father of both the Old and New Testament is to have been, this is a basis off of Ahura Mazda and Zoroaster being the actual Jesus the Christ. So supposedly Zoroaster is actually, it was morphed in. Being that I've actually seen in a couple videos is that Zoroaster, the prophet, supposedly is Jesus Christ, just the westernized version of Jesus, of how we see Jesus Christ. So needless to say that Zoroaster, of what this pastor was saying, Bill Donahue, in this video that I was watching, is the real Jesus Christ, and that Jesus Christ is not what, he's a prophet and not really the Son of Man, from what these people that believe this religion are stating. So Ahura Mazda holds a host of archangels, created two spirits that are currently within the spirit or ghost realms, or ghost realm, which is Angra Miango, which is the destructive spirit, and Sempta Menu, which is the good spirit. And I know if you have watched, being that I've watched several of Dr. Jordan Peterson's videos, including reading many parts of his book on the 12 Rules for Life, he does have videos pertaining to different religions, say Buddhism, for example, and also he talks a lot about the religions of Egypt. So stating to kind of just morph these things together in not taking it as a literal sense, and that Jesus literally exists, or that the Father exists, but taking it as he has said during a debate that I was watching, that he acts as though God exists, not that he actually believes in God. So being pertaining to an argument that I have had towards Dr. Peterson, but it's really neither here nor there. But with this, with a destructive spirit and a good spirit, and that is also one of the things that these people's followers state, that that's where we got our version of the devil, being that Christianity has the devil, Lucifer, meaning light bringer, and that I'm not really sure about the good spirit of the Sepna Menu. So there are followers that are split into two different factions, one in India and one in Iran, or modern day Persia, sorry. And also Pastor Bill Donahue, from which I originally found this on Zoroaster, that states that the Christian religion was formed by Zoroaster following examples, and he used for evidence Cyrus of Persia, which is in the Old Testament books of Ezra, Isaiah, and 2nd Chronicles, which would be 2nd Chronicles if you guys would like to go ahead and look it up for yourselves. 2nd Chronicles chapter 36, verse 22 to 23. Isaiah chapter 45, verse 1 and verse 4. And then Ezra in two parts, chapter 1, verse 4 through 11. And then chapter 6, verses 4 and 5. So throughout history, since the birth of Zoroastrianism, the followers have been persecuted by Muslims. And also look up the Temple Cyrus the Great. So for this, it definitely is something to ponder. I'm not exactly sure. I don't remember if it was in that movie that Bill Maher came out with, a documentary. He came out with, I believe it was in 2008 or 9. But with that, he was speaking about this religion, or it could even be something else. That Zoroaster was a famous prophet. So, hello everyone, welcome back to the Chuck Stew Show. I'm driving to go get In-N-Out because I would like to treat myself to getting something that's like a bit of a cheat meal, even though I kind of have been cheating. Well, no, not really. I've been eating mostly healthy food, just good tasting, healthy to moderately healthy food lately. But I just wanted to explain myself as to why I got so angry at the beginning of the podcast, because I use this podcast to vent my frustrations with my life. And it's like a free therapy session by doing the Chuck Stew Show. So, I just actually got a text from my boss stating that they basically just lied to me about the fact that I was supposed to have an entire week off. They lied. My boss lied to me about that, and it's pretty frustrating because now I have to come into work tomorrow when I wasn't supposed to come into work. So they lied. I was supposed to have a full week off, and they didn't give it to me. And so I really want to quit my job, but I don't know where else to go. I don't really know what else to do other than maybe talking to my parents and considering taking a year off from work. That's also another option, so I can just do what I want to do, but not have the repercussions of, well, the other thing is I need to be able to pay my bills. So, it just sucks, because I'm just so tired of getting screwed over at work and with jobs. I was pretty mad earlier, and then I kind of calmed down, and now when she sent me that text message saying you are scheduled to come in tomorrow, that was what we agreed upon, when that's not what we did not agree upon. That I told her from the previous system that I put in that my boss put it for a full week, not 4 days. So now I have to come into work tomorrow, and Friday is the worst day of the week to come into my job. It's the worst day of the week. So now I'm stressed again, because I now it is confirmed by the director of the surgery center that I am scheduled to come into work. So they fucking lied, and I don't know where else to go, though. I don't know what else to do. Because in order for me to get to where my brother's at his job, because we talked about me applying to go work where he works at as a collections agent, he has to work at least a year in the slums of the call center. Basically, you have to put up with bullshit for 8 hours for a year until you get promoted. And then even then, that might not happen because they lie their fucking asses off all the time at call centers. So I have like a huge headache right now. I'm very stressed out. There's nothing I can do. I have to come into work now. There's nothing I can do. I just can't believe that this is happening right now. But my stomach's bothering me. It's just, it's just such, it's just so wrong on so many levels. Like, this is the first time, and I don't know, maybe this is the first time definitely in about a couple months, because I felt really good even though I was really stressed out and tired, where I actually felt happy and content and stress-free. And now it's just all gone. Now it's back to just business as usual, and now I'm fucking stressed again. And, it just sucks. I don't really want to talk anymore. Yeah, everyone. Welcome back to the Chuck Stew Show. now in the car right now, driving in and out for lunch. I just figured I'd treat myself since I haven't had In and Out in a really long time, maybe about a month or so. So, you know, kind of wanted to feel like I need to explain myself about me going off earlier. It's just like been hold on. Hello. All right, we are on the air. Welcome to Chuck's to everyone, and I cannot describe to you people, the fan base. I cannot describe to you people how fucking angry I am right now. How fucking pissed off that Chuck Stew is right now on Thursday. This is the second to last week of January. And if you can fucking believe it, I'm now scheduled to work tomorrow. Even though since November of last year, I was supposed to have a full week's vacation. My boss put it in for 5 days. I've been at this job for over a year now and have seen people been on 1 to 2.5 week vacations that I work with that I have not had the luxury of having. Finally, when it happens, because there's so much fucking piece of shit mismanagement at my job, because every single woman that I work for that is above me who runs this surgery center does not know what the fuck they're doing. The mismanagement is so fucking out of control at this job. I don't get how anyone works there because of how fucking infuriating it is to work with this company. I have not been this pissed off about working with No, I've actually been this pissed off before. When I worked at Safeway and when I also worked for Converges when I was a pharmaceutical tech for Walgreens. I was this pissed off. Let me tell you something. I quit this job. I'm tired of this fucking piece of fucking trash, son of a bitch job. I'm so fucking sick of it. I'm sick of always working my ass off at this job, and not because of this or that or whatever, I'm not fucking appreciated at this job. I'm so fucking done. Not even only the fact that no one got in contact with me, that's like, oh, maybe my boss? No, it's one of the guys that I work with who's not even in my department. Someone told me, because they said during the morning huddle this morning at like fucking 6:30 in the morning, even though I didn't get the text a half hour ago, it's 10:30 in the morning now. So 3 hours have passed. And not one fucking person has fucking called my phone number or sent me a text saying, hey, Chuck, we need you to come in. Because the guy that I work with, his surgery starts today, but I would have just assumed for one day they could find my replacement. Just assuming they would do their fucking jobs correctly. No. So what's going to happen is now the guy who doesn't even work in my department told me about a half hour ago. He said, oh, I don't know if anyone told you, but you're scheduled to come in tomorrow. And I told him it was guaranteed by the director of the surgery center that I have a full week off and I'm not supposed to return until Martin Luther King's birthday on the 22nd. I'm supposed to have the whole week off. That's what was agreed to. I'm not coming into work, so they can fucking forget it. I'm not coming into work. I swear to God, dude. I fucking swear to God. I'm gonna have to leave the state. I can't fucking stand this shit anymore. I can't fucking stand it. I don't know if it's my personality type or maybe my upbringing or maybe people I have associated with, or maybe that I'm a Christian, or, you know, which, I mean, I don't sound really Christian right now because I'm using a lot of cuss words, but I'm very upset. Like, I'm very fucking upset right now. I don't know what it is. I cannot stand it when someone is making much more money than me, but they don't know what they're doing. I cannot stand it. I can't stand it. It is definitely my biggest pet peeve in life. It is definitely my biggest pet peeve. I cannot stand it. When someone is making a lot more money than me, even though it's on salary or whatever, which doesn't mean anything because the specific people I'm thinking of, they just leave work whenever they fucking feel like it. They don't even make sure that everyone else is okay in the fucking surgery center. Like, no one gives a fuck there. Nobody, all the people that are at the high point, high up, no one gives a fuck. Not one person. It's just, I'm going to keep telling you thank you for working so hard, thank you, but then if you get upset, we don't want to hear it. Just come into work and do your fucking job. That's all we get back there in the OR and recovery, up in the front, the reception, like whatever. It's all bullshit. It's fucking bullshit. I'm not coming into work. I have the right to fucking stay home if I want to. I feel bad that my partner's going to be by himself, but that's what we agreed to, and it's not my responsibility. I'm not the fucking manager. I'm not the director. I don't have a nursing degree. It's not my job to make sure that he's okay, even though that's what we agreed to 2 months ago, over 2 months ago. It's been over 2 months. I fucking had it. I hate working. I hate the 9 to 5 bullshit. This is like my 27th job or my 28th. I don't know. I've lost count at this point. I'm 30 years old. I've had like 28 jobs. I can't stand it. I can't stand people. Like, I can't stand working with people who just fucking suck at living. They suck at running their families. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. But it was the right place, right time. They knew a friend or someone else who was in the field that they're in, and that's how they got their fucking position. Because it definitely wasn't competence. It definitely wasn't the fact if they could do the job correctly, or if they were going to show up on time, or take the responsibility needed, even if they were going to get yelled at and cussed out and whatever. No, it's the same thing at every job I've ever held in California and here in Arizona. It is the drizzling shits, let me tell you. It is literally dog shit. It just baffles me to my core that they couldn't take 5, maybe 10 minutes out of their schedule to find my replacement, to put somebody where I work at. It literally could have taken 10 minutes to just figure it out. Max a half hour. I understand that they're... No, I'm not going to try to understand their side. No, just fuck that. No. They fucked up so many times. So many fucking times they fucked up. It's every job, dude. I've worked for 6 fucking call centers. This is the first time where I've actually worked in the medical field other than when I was at that other place, the hospice, like fucking 4 years ago. Like, it was a really long time ago. Probably, no, it was actually like 6 or 7 years ago at this point. It's now 2019. So that shit was back in like fucking 2011 or 2012. So anyways, but here's the thing. I'm done. I don't want to work anymore. Just to stay afloat, to have money. I don't fucking care. I've never cared. I don't fucking care. I want to work on my books, and I want to work on my fucking YouTube channel and the church that I'm now running online that has about 31, 32 members from different places in the world. That's what I want to do with my life. That's what I want to work with. I'm so just sick of these people. I'm sick of working for these people that it's either they don't know how to run a business or they don't care. In either way, it's really, really offensive to me. It's really offensive. It really just drives me fucking nuts. The level of fucking disrespect that they have towards me. And it's every job I've ever held. The only 2 jobs was like the couple of months of time when I worked at Peter Piper Pizza and I worked for that guy Jose, who was one of my 6 bosses, because apparently you need 6 fucking bosses to run a goddamn pizza place. But I don't know, guys. I think I'm just kind of done. I think I'd rather just go ahead and go move back into my parents' house and just quit. I quit working. I understand I'm going to need medical. I need these benefits. It's literally to the point where I don't fucking care anymore. I don't care. I'm just so sick of the fucking politics at every job I've ever held. This one definitely at the surgery center, but we all joke around in the back saying that we're basically like a tiny hospital because of how ridiculously busy it is all the time and how the doctors keep overbooking surgeries. I can't tell you how I'm just done. I'm just done. I'd rather just go back to what I was doing. I would rather just have my father pay for my medical bills when I need to go to the doctor or I need to go to the dentist. Whatever. I know that sounds really selfish, but I'm fucking done. I'm done. So I'm tired of putting in it literally got to the point, and this has happened several times. The last time I was there, I was so frustrated and so stressed and tired from working at this fucking shit job with fucking doctors and scrub techs and whatnot. Most of the people I work with, I would say like 95% of the staff are really awesome, very nice, wonderful people. It's what I have to do is what drives me nuts. It's the amount I have to do that is driving me nuts. It's what is expected of me that's driving me fucking nuts at this goddamn job. So I literally, because the guy that I work with, who's my partner, did not throw out the trash, and there was a lot of trash to be thrown out, even though there wasn't that much to do, I was very stressed, and I was fucking tired from this job. Because my life revolves around this job. Because of the amount of energy I have to put in and day out. Even though we have the weekends off, I really don't give a shit. I don't care to have weekends off. I don't fucking care. I would rather just be mostly stress-free. That's what I want. That's what I've had the last couple of days the last 5-6 days. Even though I was supposed to have 9 days off, apparently now that's not what that is. Now I have to come into work tomorrow because they literally couldn't just take 10 minutes of their time up front. I literally saw the woman who runs the business, our finances. I saw her at Starbucks an hour and a half ago. Because she wasn't fucking working. I didn't even know you were allowed to leave the center to go do that. Like, it's such a fucking joke. The liberties that the higher ups and the doctors take with the fucking staff. It's disgusting. It is literally fucking disgusting. Anyways, back to the story. When I saw the garbage and the fact that he didn't fucking do it and he just left early again, I just went into the room and I put my head down on the trash can. I crossed my arms and I put my head down and I just started doing my box breathing like what I learned from Jocko Willings because of how overwhelmed I was and how fucking it's like, dude, I can't do this anymore. I cannot put up with bullshit anymore. I can't do it. I don't know how my father has done this for such a long time. He just turned a couple months ago, he turned 62 years old. He told me yesterday he hasn't gotten a raise at his job for 8 years in a row. And the amount of bullshit he puts up with, I don't, how does someone do that? I don't fucking get it. I have fucking knots in my stomach right now, and I'm a little dizzy. Because I went from feeling so happy, now I'm fucking pissed. I'm fucking stressed because now the fucking vacation has now just been cut short. It's been cut short, and now I have to go to work tomorrow. Now I'm fucking pissed off and I'm stressed. Talking about all this did not help at all. It just made me more stressed. It's making me more angry. So I'm just gonna quit talking for this fucking segment. I don't know what to do, guys. I just need to quit. I need to quit. So that's it for me. You know, one time somebody told me something. I believe it was myself. I said, when someone invited me to a party, if they ain't morbid, I ain't going. I like what I said. I like that I said that. There ain't no bad party music in this bitch. This is how it fucking goes down with Notorious Little B. That's how that shit fucking works here.
I'll do the gym.
All right. I got it right here.
This mic or the real mic? Real mic.
Real mic.
What are you listening to? Oh, we're listening to Son. Oh,
Sono! Fuck Sono, man.
okay,
Fuck Sons. Oh, with a bunch of apostrophes or whatever, man. Fuck that, man.
The only
Fuck.
downside is I don't actually have a CD drive in this computer.
I thought that's what this was.
Oh yeah, just
This
send
is
it.
an external hard drive. I'll send it to Sean. Sean has a CD drive. He
Okay.
can burn it.
Oh, yeah. I
We'll
got
go
my
out there
computer
and burn it
here.
right
Oh
now.
yeah,
I'll send it to him.
oh yeah.
What about my Mac DeMarco song?
We'll work on that
Do
later.
you want to put it on the CD for her? Sing it to Peaches.
Cheyenne wants to talk to you.
She does.
Oh, I don't know, maybe.
She's like one of those women
Might
with
as
a
well talk
haircut
to her.
where you like look at her and think like, oh, the Denny's management's getting destroyed.
Oh my god.
Why just
Because of her hairstyle.
Look
Yeah.
at Rebecca's haircut.
I mean, who cares about her hair? As long as her throat works.
Okay.
At least, you know.
At least the throat.
I would see if we could do See You Again. I would actually like to do that more. But
That's fine.
shut up! The fuck up!
Big Daddy's on the phone.
Big Daddy looking at
Daddy's looking at you.
you. Hey, up that phone!
Big Daddy looking at you.
It was like some random.
We going up to 40,000 feet, ladies and
That's a
gentlemen.
good song too, dude. That's a good one.
No, it's not this one. No, go down. It's not this one. It's try potholes. No. No. Go to where the flowers blooms. This one. Run it, run it, run it, run it. I want to cover this for my album.
I'll have to listen to it some more.
Will she suck my dick tomorrow?
Shane's back. Girl, relax. Shut your mouth and buy Shane's tracks. Remember that? We should remake that.
Tracks.
We should remake the Hangover, but every 5 tracks is just about Shane. Now he's a baller.
Oh, of course we had the Groot album too. We had to make.
Oh yeah, that's
Tracks
right.
about Groot.
Every track's like Group's ripping up the Carpentine.
Pool hustler.
Group's eating the fucking ants, goddamn Group.
What do you want to call this? If you could name this album, what would you call it? Is there anything you feel about
A Mac
what
cover?
What do you want to share to her? Like these are what I made for you. What's the name of it?
Fuck to Brianna.
Buck.
There we go.
On a 2, like a number 2.
Yeah.
Is it 1A?
Like
Yeah.
boys to men.
Buck to Brianna.
I wanna lick you up and down. Hey, turkey's behind you.
Can me a Google fucking Drive link? You can't send one fucking song. Oh, you know why? That's because it's WAV file. That's why.
Oh, you got to convert that shit, dude. That's what you taught me. The famous Dynasty Gillis taught me how to do the shit on
Dynasty
Audacity.
Gillis.
With the wave formats and the other formats.
Ross Gillis. You like Rob
Roscoe Gillis.
Fuck that shit.
Rob Roscoe Gillis. Fuck that shit, dude. For real.
Hey, that phone. Big Daddy's looking at it.
You got Big Daddy looking at you.
We are going up to 40,000 feet, ladies and gentlemen.
Formerly known as Trump Airlines.
That was one of the good ones. I like that song.
Yeah, that's probably it's one of the best singles on the album.
That would be on like a greatest hits, like a normal pass. Big.
You
Daddy
working on that?
hits.
The 3-disc set?
I am thinking about it. But
Did you tell Buck about that?
What?
I'm working on like a greatest hits kind of normal pass, Big Daddy like
Joust
era.
Central.
So basically, when me and him started rapping, like working together,
Yeah.
like, from 2014 to now, basically like a good like.
You said it was going to be 30 tracks with a readable booklet of all our lyrics.
Yeah, I'm also working on writing down all the lyrics to all the songs, which is a task that I don't know.
You're gonna have to write down Big Daddy's looking at you.
Yeah, I will have to write that. Yes.
I still know the lyrics by heart for that.
Why did my stomach hurt?
It's because you're fucking high.
You're fucking high.
I'm fucking contact high.
It's because of that bitch, which was kind of weird because I was telling Letty that story.
What bitch?
Who comes walking over? The same bitch from
The
last
same
time.
bitch.
So,
She grabbed
hi
my cock.
Mercedes. Can I
She
grab
grabbed
your
my-
ass?
She grabbed my cock and I went, whoa, I'll
What?
take the smoke.
Honestly, like at least that bitch could like suck her dick or something. Like, for real.
For real,
Could you,
dude.
like, we're leaving like
Do
a
that
$5
for us,
tip. Can you,
please.
you like suck her dick?
Ma'am,
Can we do something?
what is your head game skills at?
How much head
Are we
you-
talking Moses Malone here, ma'am?
Who the fuck's Moses Malone?
I like that. I like that reference. That's a classic Big Daddy. That's a classic Dynasty reference, I think.
You know what? Pro never messaged us back?
Why?
Because he's a soft fuck.
He's a buttercup faggot.
God, dude.
He's a buttercup faggot.
I did call him a soft.
Yeah, then you apologize to him because you didn't.
Oh, yeah.
Like, Pro was in the chat while we were roasting. Sorry, Pro.
I was like, I did not even fucking realize. I thought it was like me, you, and
You thought it was me, you, and Buck.
yeah.
No, the fucking 4/5 of the clique were in that one, man. You said, oh, he's a soft fuck. He just acts hard around us, but he's really bummed out about Hillary still fucking leaving his ass 3 years ago. He's still bummed out. He just won't tell us. And then I sent Rob a text.
Do you think he even saw that? Because he probably just ignored it.
You know, that's a possibility.
I don't know. He might have. I mean, he didn't.
No, because he invited you on that road trip.
And I apologized to him directly, and he said, "Oh, it's like I haven't been paying attention. I've just been busy or something."
So there you go. He wasn't even fucking paying attention. He's that fucking cool. Pool hustlers.
You fucking kidding me? Come on, motherfuckers. Having a hard time here.
Come on, Sean, sit on my cock. Sit on this
What?
little boy cock of mine.
Oh, yeah.
I got the body of a man and a cock of a boy.
What, really?
Fuck a boy.
Wow, yeah.
God damn it.
I'm not really sure about that. But
If her kid's dick's bigger than mine, I'm gonna beat him every time.
how are you going to find out that the fucking kid's dick is bigger or smaller than yours? I mean, eventually, if you start hanging out to the point where he's taking showers in the morning when you're
He's
getting
taking
ready for work.
showers, I'm taking a shit, I'm just looking at his cock on shit. You start
Pissed because it's bigger than yours.
You're just
How
Pissed.
just gonna start whooping his ass.
How the fuck is this possible?
I crunched the numbers. How is this possible? Got an abacus.
You've got like a visor on, one of those see-through visors. You're like,
You know what? Those guys playing poker.
yeah. You're like fucking furiously typing on two calculators.
A typewriter.
Yeah.
Like Rich.
Abacus.
An abacus.
A fucking sundial.
You're rolling the abacus.
He's looking at the sun as it's hitting the dial, trying to figure out why his dick's bigger than his.
Too bad Vine's gone, man. No, that's a good Vine.
It's fucking V now.
V.
It's called V now.
As
Yeah.
in vagina.
I mean, this
All right,
week.
I send it to you, so you've
All
got
right.
3 track.
Hey guys, just testing this out here. Okay, there it goes. Hey guys, I'm actually in the car right now. This is Pastor Sean. Welcome to my show of Death Church Podcast. Haven't done an episode in about 7 months because I've been focusing on doing one-off videos for the most part lately. Different psychology videos going over psychologists, different things about having a Christian perspective. And for this week, or actually technically next week, I'm going to be, for this year, or next year for 2019, I'm going to be focusing on writing a book that will be a collection of all Christian poetry. So that's why I wanted to go back to my roots, so to say, and I'm planning on putting on a couple of episodes about the Death Church radio podcast. So, once again, this is Pastor Sean. Right now, I'm driving to a movie, and if you haven't watched the show or listened to the show before, what I would do is for the first half hour, I would talk about what's going on during the week, and then for the last half hour, I would read something out of the Bible and do like a Bible study. So instead, I'm going to be doing about 45 minutes of what's been going on in my week and just different things that I've been thinking of lately, and basically like a journal entry. And then for the last 15 minutes, I'm going to read the poem that I've been working on for that week. I actually wrote a poem. I wrote 2 poems, actually. My last video called Tonto's Heaven was the first one going into the book. And the second one that I haven't read yet, that I'm going to be putting online tomorrow, is called The Angels. So it's a poem all about just different things and aspects about angels and whatnot. Kind of just going back to more of a raw feel to writing poetry. Not exactly a thing, right? I mean, because what I was planning on doing is doing experimental poetry. Like, if you guys know who E.E. Cummings is, he is a poet. And I bought 2 of his books this year. And I thought that it would be a pretty good direction to go in for my next book, just to spice things up and make things a little different, so it's just not so kind of contrived to be in the same pattern over and over again. But instead, what I'm going to do is write 16 stanza poems that are going to be Christian poems that are like Psalms, for example. So I'm going to be doing that. So what's been going on in this week? Oh, sorry, I should actually turn that off. For what's going on this week, today I've just been feeling kind of bummed out. This morning, I woke up feeling pretty good. My alarm didn't go off, which is good. And I was thinking about last night about going to the mall, because that's what I pretty much do every Saturday. I switched to Sundays because on Sundays I would make sure not to do anything so I could recover from the work week, which would be very, because usually most of the time it takes me an entire day to recover from what I do for a living. So just because the surgery center is it's a very difficult job mentally and physically. So what I was intending on doing today is going to the mall, but then I rethought, what the heck, I'll just go on Sunday instead of going on Saturday today, because I get really enwrapped in myself and I become entangled in myself and my own thoughts, and I start getting really bummed out and feeling depressed if I spend too much time alone. That's the primary reason why I don't like to live alone, even by having a pet, because I have a pet cat. But really, I've just been, this morning I listened to an entire record of this person I just found, and then I did a lot of housework and chores and whatnot. Recently I've actually had a pretty standard kind of, predictable, boring life recently, probably within the last year. And today I was actually really excited, looking forward for the last 3 to possibly 4 weeks on seeing this woman. And so Excuse me. I really should have brought a thing of water with me. The air is really, really dry right now. Should have brought a bottle of water as I'm driving to the movie theaters right now, and then I might hang out with my friend Pro afterwards. I'm not really sure. I don't know why. No, I know why. It's just because I haven't. I didn't bring a bottle of water. Okay, I'm going to stop talking about that. I'm just going to try to power through this, even though my throat and my tongue and my nose is really dry. So, anyways, excuse me. So, what I've been doing recently is seeing this woman. I don't know if rolling down the windows is actually going to be a good thing or a bad thing. I don't know if it's just going to add to the problem. I actually don't really know where I'm going. I'm on Grants and Graycroft. Nope, the window's down. It's adding to it. So, okay. I've also had bad allergies lately, which is another thing that's really put a damper on my mood for the last 2 weeks, even though I actually just got over having bad allergies and been sick for about 2 months from having allergies. It's now happened again, where I'm now having these problems all over again because something else went in bloom here in Tucson. Wow. Okay. So anyways, I've been meaning to go see a woman, and I've been dating this woman off and on for pretty consistently for about a month and a half. But, unfortunately, she told me last Saturday, so it's actually been a week now. She told me last Saturday that she just didn't see me as like having a future together because I was going to go pick her up. She lives about an hour and 20 minutes from here, where I live here in Tucson. And I was going to pick her up, and she was going to come down for the weekend. And then I was going to drive her back Sunday because I have 4 days off, being that Christmas is in 2 days. So she canceled that last Saturday, and so I've been focusing on myself and trying not to get too bummed out about this. And really, it's actually been fairly okay. It's been fairly good, actually. I've been feeling a lot of self-confidence and focusing on myself, being I'm channeling this energy instead of feeling down about myself and angry about this. I'm channeling it into exercising once I get off work, and it's actually been working for the last about 6 days. But now I've hit a roadblock where I think I've worked out too much, and I just don't feel like, I haven't felt like doing it last night or tonight. And my friend Rob is at a wedding reception right now at the Grand Canyon. He has had an incredibly busy schedule, so we've hardly hung out within the last about 3 months. So I mean, we had hung out, but actually I'm gonna have to figure out where I'm driving here. Okay, so where is that okay, the movie theater's on Speedway. Okay, yeah, I'm on the wrong street. Okay, so I'm gonna have to take a left once we get to the intersection. Anyways, so I think that's probably what's adding to it, is that it's just difficult for me to keep my mind off of it today. I felt like I was pretty good this morning, but then, I don't know, like I ran out of energy or something, or I just got bored with cutting up music and whatnot, because I'm not really focusing too much on the book right now, being that this is a new event. This is like a new path I'm walking on. I haven't really written Christian style poetry in a really long time, to where I don't want to just vent again and cuss and vent my frustrations and whatnot, just spill it out onto the page like what I did with the last book, because the last book, not realizing until like 2 months after I written it, because the last poem I wrote for The Infant's Resurrected Dreams was like 2 months ago, or a month and a half ago. When I actually read the book, it was really depressing. So I'm trying to stay away from that for this year. I want to actually write something that's positive and uplifting, like something that pastors can use at the pulpit when they're writing their sermons, like something, you know, something just nice and godly and something like that, instead of just being down about myself and just, oh, I'm depressed again, here's another book. You know, it's just not really a thing that's something that I really want to do. So wanted to focus on something, you know, completely different this time. But anyways, okay, I think that dry spell ended. I can talk well now. So anyways, I was meaning to go see this woman, and the woman I've been dating, she said she just wanted to be friends because of whatever. She gave me a couple of different reasons. It's just that I don't necessarily believe her, because I kind of did this to the woman that I was talking to before her, where I told her I'm not feeling I didn't tell her I wasn't feeling, no, I did. I told her because I was watching this really bad, corny, like, horror movie with my dad, and I told her, I texted the woman, the second to last woman that I was dating, that I just wasn't feeling spark, and that I was just kind of seeing her as a friend, and I wasn't feeling it. And that's what this one did to me, from what I understand. Even though she wants to still be friends and still talk and still text and whatnot, she just said she's not ready for a relationship anytime soon. I think that's a cop-out, but that's fine. I've done it myself, so I'm not blaming her for anything. It's just, it really sucks because I was really, really looking forward to doing this. Like, oh my God, I'm sorry. I'm gonna be super early for this movie. Like, I left way too soon. Like, I'm gonna be like 45 minutes early. You know what? Just forget it. I'm not going to the film. I'll just go do something else. I'm gonna be way too early for this film. It's just because I've had so much time on my hands today. It's just, I hate it so much. I really wish I could have just gone to work. Like, so, I don't really know what else to do. Let's see. What else can I mean, I don't know. I guess I go hang out with Pro. Anyways, so, it's just that I really, really focused in this happening. I was working, waiting, counting the days down, counting the hours down when I could go pick her up and have a good time. And then she came over, and then I was eventually going to tell her that, hey, I really like you more than a friend. I know we've only been dating a couple weeks now, but I really like you a lot and like to make you my girlfriend. That was my intention. And then she told me that, and last Saturday, and that's why I've been so just freaking bummed out right now. So, you know, it sucks, but, like, I don't know, like, what are you gonna do? I guess I could get dinner right now. Let's see, I'm gonna have to get back on, okay, because I want wings. I'm gonna have to get back on Speedway. Okay, so yeah, that's what's been going on in my week. I mean, it's just working at my job. 2 people quit that were managers, and 2 people I work with, one was walked out because she got fired, and one just quit. So there is a high turnover rate at my job, but that's what my dad says about his job at the tax company that for the tax company he works for, there's a high turnover rate. I'm pretty sure there's just a high turnover rate at every job, because most people are just naturally disconnected from what they're doing because they don't want to be doing it. And the only reason they're there is to get paid. Most people don't volunteer for things unless it's something they really, really believe in, or it's something that's somewhat cool, but they were pressured into volunteering. Like, I don't know, pro wrestling, for example. But, okay, so my time's almost up here on this for the Chuck Stew, or